What's going on, you guys? It is Perry the Entertainer. We are back again for another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Extreme Rules. Just went off the air on the WWE Network, live in Chicago, Illinois. I was not able to go to it, so maybe that's why I'm a little bit depressed right now. But what I'm not depressed about is all the love and support that I've gotten from you guys over this last week. If you guys haven't known, I just wasn't really feeling too hot. Ended up losing my voice like right after the Raw review went off, and ended up catching the flu too. So I don't want to say that I'm 100% better right now, but I'm way better than I was that Monday. So I want to thank you guys for all the love and support that I've gotten this week. I do apologize for hashtag spoilers kind of taking a hiatus, another hiatus, just another week hiatus. Don't worry, I think it should be back again on Tuesday. So we're gonna be breaking down Extreme Rules. And I do want to preface a lot of my stuff by saying that I did not watch the entirety of the show. I missed the pre-show, and I missed Roman Reigns versus The Big Show, but I missed Roman Reigns versus The Big Show, not because I was like boycotting it or anything, so don't worry about that. No, I was actually having like network problems at the time, so I caught in like just as Roman Reigns was like celebrating the win. So I'm not going to even touch that match. Well, I'll touch on the reaction that I got from it, because I did obviously ask, how was the match? And obviously you guys ended up writing your thoughts, which I do thank you, and I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys that interact with me every single day on my Twitter and YouTube. So with that being said, let's dive right into this. Adrian Neville ended up beating Bad News Barrett on the pre-show. We got the news that Daniel Bryan was not going to be able to show up tonight. His injuries or something were, I guess it was too severe or something like that. I guess he hurt his knee again or something like that. And he's just kind of a walking injury at this point. Starting to make me wonder if he should just contemplate retirement right now. And I don't want to say that being, Daniel Bryan's number one critic on here, but it might be getting to that point. It might be getting to that unfortunate point that he may have to contemplate retirement. But it was said to be that this match was pretty damn good. Then again, this is an Adrian Neville match, and he's just been fantastic on the main roster. Hasn't had a bad moment on the main roster, despite losing a lot of matches, but I'm glad that he's finally getting time to kind of enhance his stuff and establish basically where he is and who he is on the card. So, much needed win for him, and a lot of people are actually surprised that he beat Bad News Barrett. But at the same time, he's been beating him. I think he's been beating him on SmackDown and Raw over the last couple weeks. So it's not like this is any shocker that Adrian Neville's going to be thrown into this spot. So. Neville ends up getting the big victory on the kickoff show, and with that being the one kickoff show match, we actually got the tag team titles moved onto the main show, but that was not the next match that was up. Next match, Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper in the Chicago Street Fight. This match kind of had two parts. The first part was pretty damn good, pretty damn intense. A lot of physicality, a lot of brutality, a lot of weapons. A lot of weapons. If you guys are a fan of a lot of weapons, this is definitely the match for you. A lot of Singapore canes, a lot of chairs. Chairs were more so a big part of the second part of the match. And I split this match into two parts because at the end of part one, Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper end up taking their fight literally into the streets of Chicago. And WWE kind of just kept the show going. Like they played the next two matches out, and then this match resumed after the tag team titles were over, and we're going to be getting to the tag team titles in just a couple minutes here. But the match was very physical, very brutal, and that's saying a lot because it's amazing how two guys that they had no creative direction whatsoever going into this match are able to go into this and just light the damn house up. It was so good. And I have nothing to complain about. Dean Ambrose ends up getting the victory, so everybody can now shut the hell up about Dean Ambrose not winning a match on pay-per-view since I think the Shield broke up or something like that. So Dean Ambrose ends up getting the much-needed victory, and just because he got a win over someone as relevant as Luke Harper does not separate him from being kind of the comedy character at this point. It's sad, I know. Wins and losses do matter, but just because he beat Luke Harper, don't expect him to get an Intercontinental title or U.S. title match like at Payback. So, speaking of Payback, where I'm going to be talking about that in just a couple minutes as well. We already have a match confirmed for Payback, but we're going to be getting to that in just a couple minutes here. Next matchup, Kiss Me Arse. Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus. I'm sorry, I could not get into this match to save my life. I was kind of like zoning out, iffing out, and I'm surprised this damn crowd just didn't like really call these guys out on it. And that's saying a lot coming from a guy that's supported Dolph Ziggler throughout his push over the last since November, when he was one of the only guys in the ring with Sting and Triple H. Excuse me, water take during the show. But I just felt that it was kind of boring, but just because I thought it was boring didn't mean that a lot of people actually thought it was an okay match. Not a 5-star classic at all, but Dolph Ziggler ends up getting the shocking victory over Sheamus, which is maybe the reason why I have to take away from a lot. They brought Sheamus in to be this big monster heel, only for him to lose his first pay-per-view match and then have to be forced to kiss somebody's ass on live national pay-per-view, but global pay-per-view, actually, because obviously now the WWE Network is spreading all over the place. It's spreading like wildfire. No, but yeah, Sheamus ends up having to kiss Sheamus, or Sheamus has to kiss Sheamus's arse. That would be interesting. But what wasn't interesting was the picture of Dolph Ziggler like pulling down his shorts, like his drawers, and having to have Sheamus is walking around the ring contemplating on if he should kiss his ass or not. I'm sorry, it felt like I was watching some gay fetish porn, and I had to like tune out. All I know was that at the end, Sheamus ends up hitting a low blow on Dolph Ziggler before beating the hell out of him, and Dolph Ziggler ends up kissing Sheamus's ass anyway. So Ziggler ends up getting the win, the much-needed win, but Sheamus keeps his heat, and I think that's what all that really matters, is Sheamus is able to keep his heat, and it just gets you wondering what Sheamus has in store next. Maybe he's the one that takes the belt off of Daniel Bryan for the IC Championship, so WWE's kind of in a need for a mid-card heel champion right now, so it seems like John Cena's to be holding that title until 2020 or something like that. Next match, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro defend the championships against the New Day, Big E, and Kofi Kingston. This was a pretty damn fun match, and that's not really saying a whole lot, because I did critique Cesaro and Kidd for not really having a personality, but damn did they shine in this match. I'm glad that they were put on the main show, because now this kind of it profiles them a little bit more, rather than having them work a 7-8 minute pre-show match. They end up working against, granted it's the New Day, but they end up working a pretty damn good match, and I'm not going to even sit here and say Tyson Kidd and Cesaro carried them through that match. Big E and Kofi had their shining spots in the match too, and Big E and Kofi end up actually getting the victory here. Yes, I know. The New Day are your new tag team champions, which actually I have nothing really to complain about, because that just means that we can get this match again, because this was a fun match. It really just was a fun match. It was good, but like I said, it was just so enjoyable. It was fun, and I think that's all that really matters. And like I said, now that New Day is now in the now New Day are the champions, maybe they actually can get a chance from some of the fans and everything. Maybe people start giving them a chance as champions, and maybe this is exactly what they needed, was the championships and stuff like that. And because a lot of people complain about their characters and everything like that and how boring they are, maybe now that they have something to kind of create a character around, maybe we can actually see some nice character development from the New Day. So I'm definitely interested as to what the future has in store for these guys, and maybe they're just paper champions for the Lucha Dragons. You never know. So, yeah, but like I said, very fun match between Kid Cesaro and the New Day. So, John Cena versus Rusev in the Russian Chain match. Basically, all you need to know is Cena wins. Lol. Not like you didn't presume that already, but another boring match here. I'm sorry. And this is coming from someone who I was notorious on here for saying that I was a huge fan of the Cena and Rusev feud, especially after Fastlane going into WrestleMania. It was one of my favorite feuds going into WrestleMania. And coming out of it now, it just seems so stupid. Like, now they're just basically thinking of ways to fuck Rusev over. And coming out of this match, because Cena won, obviously, Cena wins, lol. Then Rusev ends up sending Lana to the authorities' office, and we already have a match scheduled for Payback. Rusev versus John Cena in an I Quit match, a.k.a. Cena's fucking match. Why? I don't know. Maybe to fuck Rusev over a little more. Maybe so that WWE can obviously go, oh, well, he never submitted. It doesn't fucking matter. He's going to say I quit in 3 fucking weeks. It's not going to matter. We're going to see the motherfucker back in NXT by fucking June, excuse me. So why does it matter at this point? You're fucking the character over so much. It looks like you're about to separate him and Lana together, and Lana was one of the entire big reasons why Rusev got over in the fucking first place. So I don't know. I don't know what WWE has planned for Rusev, and this is coming from someone who's genuinely a fucking fan of this guy. I'm a fan of Rusev. I love what WWE's been doing with this guy, but you can't keep feeding him to John Cena every fucking week, every month. It's going to get stale after a while, especially, I mean, shit, people are comparing this stuff to what Cena did with Wyatt last year. At least Wyatt won a fucking match. Granted, it was one of the worst fucking matches Cena's maybe ever worked, but still, at least he won a damn match. But Rusev's about to go 0-3 to John Cena, but people say he's okay. He's going to be okay after this feud. No, he's not. He's going to be fucking tragic story of Rusev from Russian Rosebud. God damn. I'm sorry, I had to go on that little tangent right there because, so, I don't get it. I don't get why people are so, like, trustworthy in this creative team with Rusev in their hands. I'm sorry, I don't even trust fucking Adam Rose in their hands, so let alone Rusev. So, I'm sorry, just a tangent right there. I just couldn't get into the match. It was your average strap match. That was all it was. Be glad it wasn't a dog collar match because I think we would have witnessed a murder. Next match was Roman Reigns. Oh, I'm sorry, no, it wasn't. It was Nikki Bella versus Naomi. And Nikki Bella ends up getting the victory in an okay match. I don't even want to say that it was... it was good for Diva standards, of course. But considering that Diva standards are actually quite low... maybe not over the last couple of weeks. I think over the last couple of weeks, WWE's been doing a pretty damn good job with at least trying to highlight their divas, which I have to give them credit for. And being, another guy that, fuck that, give divas a chance thing and everything. No, I mean, I give them full credit for trying to actually make something of the divas. So, Nikki ends up getting the victory in this weird heel face thing. It's starting to get to that point where, Vince was right a couple years ago when he said there's no such thing as a heel and face in WWE. In pro wrestling now, he was exactly 100% on the money. So, but like I said, Nikki ends up getting the win. And I guess the Bellas are baby faces now because they did a Muscle and Fitness magazine, which I'm sure tons of men that are listening to this show right now probably have and are probably quite familiar with it. That's all I'm going to say. Now we have Roman Reigns versus The Big Show. This match I did not see. I was actually having network problems at this point. But I do believe that I think the $1 million mark, and yeah, you're getting a plug from me, my friend. Thank you for being a good supporter of the show, and I support your show as well. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. But I think what he said to me on Twitter, and I got to see if I can find it, I think what he said pretty much highlights the match for a lot of people, not just me. I said that... What did I say? Hold on. No, that's not it. I don't even think I'm going to find it. I don't think I'm going to find it. No, I didn't think I was going to find it. Okay. But basically, I went on Twitter after that, and I saw Roman Reigns holding his arms up and everything, and I said, how was the match? And he said, if your network crapped out on you, that must be good for you. So I'll include the tweet I'm sure I'll include the tweet in the video somewhere. So basically what he said pretty much sums it up. I haven't seen it yet, so maybe my opinion on it might change for before Raw tomorrow. So I don't know. But, Roman Reigns ends up getting the victory, and it's basically what I said on Twitter. I've been saying for the last couple weeks now. They've established Big Show at WrestleMania as this big Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He has a trophy now because he can legally call himself a giant now. And at the next pay-per-view, he ends up jobbing out to Roman Reigns. So just to make Roman Reigns kind of look a little stronger after the loss at WrestleMania. So I guess no harm, no foul. And the final match, Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. And this was, it's hard to believe that these guys had probably, I don't want to say match of the night at WrestleMania, but one of the matches of the night at WrestleMania, and then you put a steel cage around them, and they give us this. I was not that interested in the match. The steel cage was around him. Kane was the gatekeeper or something like that. The Guardian of the Galaxy, as I like to call him. But I don't know. I just couldn't get into this match either. I was hoping that Kane would just get in the ring and beat the living fuck out of both of them and, maybe throw his arms up, throw him down, light a fire, maybe, put the title on the, I don't know. He'd grab the title or something and maybe make his intentions known that he wants a championship or something like that. And that's a little bit of what we got. He ended up beating both guys up, but eventually kind of didn't really have much of a spot in the match. Ends up eating an RKO from Randy Orton at the end of the match. And Randy Orton ends up eating an RKO from Seth Rollins. And that's the big technicality of the entire damn thing. Seth Rollins strolls out of the damn cage. He ends up walking out as champion. But the commentators are talking about the finish like, the RKO was banned, but Seth Rollins used the RKO. So shouldn't Seth Rollins have lost the match? And all sorts of shit like that. So they're going to keep technicalities in the fucking mix, and that's the way that they're going to keep this feud going, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be surprised if you see Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton again at Payback. And hopefully it's going to be better than the shit that we got tonight. We know from WrestleMania that these guys can put on something better. I don't know why tonight just wasn't on point. But overall, I think the show was okay. A lot of boring points in the match, at least for me. But with the exception of, I still have yet to watch Neville and Bad News Barrett, so I'm not going to say that. But with the exception of the street fight, the physicality from the street fight, granted, no blood. I know I forgot to mention that when I was talking about it. No fucking blood. I think that would have been a lot better just to add on to the match. But, have him come back from the damn car ride. Have him just, hit something. I don't know, car crash. I don't know. But no, I think with the street fight and the tag team championships, which was a very fun and entertaining match, this pay-per-view was just meh. I don't even want to say that. It was just very disappointing, especially coming out of WrestleMania. Hopefully Payback is something a little better, but you can only do so much when the build is just absolute crap. So I want to thank you guys for, like I said, being so supportive over the last week or so. Starting to try and get back into the recording, style and everything. So if this video does kind of feel a little awkward, that's obviously why I haven't recorded in a week. But hopefully I'll get that out of my system because I have 2 awesome videos coming at you guys tomorrow and Tuesday. Tomorrow, obviously, your Raw recap or your Raw overview, whatever you like to call it. And obviously, #spoilers makes its great return again on Tuesday night. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Extreme Rules. And let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Extreme Rules? And I am out. If you made it this far into the video, type go Blackhawks because we won yesterday. We beat the fucking Preds in 6. Now we're on to Minnesota or St. Louis. And I think we're probably going to be fighting Minnesota, which we've had tons of problems with this entire season long. So this is going to be a pretty interesting series, to say the least. And we'll probably end up fighting Anaheim in the finals before the Stanley Cup. So if you got to this point in the video, type Go Blackhawks or go whatever NHL team you're rooting for in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Obviously, I'm Blackhawks. I'm fucking, I'm bipolar. No, I'm not bipolar. I'm, very biased towards my Hawks, towards my Bulls. So, like I said, if you got this far into the video, type go whatever NHL team you prefer into this Stanley Cup Finals. So, thank you guys for watching, and I am out till next time. Perry the Entertainer signing out, and peace.